welcome back. I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about this lovely book that I shared, I believe in September. And you guys watched how I was able to cinch it using my Heidi Swap cinch tool. And so today what I want to start doing is to start filling it up. I did not take on the challenge to make an October daily because I already had this book here. So I actually want to go ahead and start filling it up and sort of create like a video series so you guys can watch me do that in the process video. So I do have a few things that I've typed up on my typewriter here. This is just kind of like a intro to the book that I hope to put here in one of these front pages. And then I also have this fall bucket list here, which I've typed up. These are all cardstock warehouse papers. These little things here are from the Dollar Tree, some little leaves that I stitched. But I'm gonna just kind of share the process of how I fill up the book with you guys, okay? Also, I wanted to kind of share the products that I plan on using. I have already gone ahead and printed some of these Tracy Reed collections that are from her shop. These are from last year, and I'm gonna write on here what the name of the collection is. So this is one of the collections here, and it's just definitely like a fall feels kind of collection. We've got all the fun patterns. It's very cozy. I like the mix of yellows and browns and greens. And then we also have this collection here, which is also from Tracy Reed. It goes really well with this one. Just a slightly more different kind of tone, and this one's got more navies, but it also has those fall feels. And I just printed these on regular printer paper because when I add them to my traveler's notebooks, they're just kind of thinner and they don't thicken up my book too much. So I have these here to play with and add to my book. I also have the die cuts, which are all right here. I still have a few sheets that I need to cut through, but these are great little die cuts to do all my decorations. So basically I've already got what I would like to call my kit to fill in this book. And you guys will enjoy the videos here. Keep coming on, and please subscribe if you guys want to keep up with the fall book videos. But just so you know, these are the supplies that I'm using. So we're ready to get started, and let's do it. But first, coffee. Alright guys, so I'm going to be kind of jumping a little bit back and forth here. I'm doing the intro page, which will be this one that says Hello Fall. And I just used my typewriter to put out, I don't know if it's like a bit of a poem, just kind of like a letter to whoever opens up this book. It's really just focused on fall and what I'm excited about this season. And so like I said, I'm kind of gonna be bouncing around. So I'm also working on the left-hand side. These are some burlap leaves that I found at Dollar Tree. And I thought they were very pretty and would add some fun interest and kind of texture to my little book here. So when I did make it, I cinched them on originally when I first made the book. And so I'm using a few die cuts here. I thought it would be cute to kind of include some sayings. So I found this one that said, "Is it autumn yet?" And then that's right next to my written up little note there. And the note itself is actually printed on parchment paper, or typed, I'm sorry. I did use my typewriter that I found at the thrift store. I typed it up on some parchment paper. I like the see-through feel to it. It's just fun. And so I'm adding a little bit to the top there. I didn't know if I wanted to kind of do more flowers and stuff, but I hadn't actually finished cutting. So there you go. I hadn't actually finished cutting all the die cuts that I printed. So I decided to just add a tag to that page. And so I'm working on the very front part of the book. I found the perfect die cuts. These are from the collections that I shared with you guys. So each collection does have a set of cards that goes along with the TN papers and some sticker pages. I'm using both sets simultaneously. So you might see me mixing in something from the I Love Fall Most of All collection, or Thanks for This, I think it's called. So anyways, I'm just finishing cutting up that bit. I've actually gone ahead and did it right then and there instead of fussy cutting everything. I was anxious to get started. And I'm building some layers here. I'm adding extra leaves and then using some foam dots to stick that down. I was a little nervous that the foam dots might not stick well on the burlap, but I didn't seem to have a problem so far. Hopefully in the future, you know, I feel like sometimes the adhesive dries up, but we'll see, we'll find out. And then I added a little label there to give a little extra backing to my title, which says, what does it say? Autumn Memories. It's just perfect. So there you go. I added little embellishment to the front and the back of the leaves. And then now I'm looking for a little something extra here. I didn't know if I wanted to back those words, Hello Fall. I liked that mix there. But I actually liked that the reflective the reflection of the mirror paper behind it. I kind of like that look there. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. And then I'm going to instead find a few more embellishments to add to just around that page. So I'm going to use that pumpkin right there. And again, pop it on some foam dots. And that's it for this page. I really like it. It's got a fun interest and it goes well with the other side. So there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and add what is my fall bucket list. So I added 10 things to my bucket list. Some of them are easy. Some of them require me to go out and have some fun. And some of them, you know, they're just very usual fall things that I enjoy doing. I like having a pumpkin spice latte, and I have had plenty of those so far. I think they started giving out the latte, the pumpkin spices out in, I think, the last week of August out here. So it's been a few weeks of me enjoying some pumpkin spice frappuccinos. So what I'm doing here is using that floral TN paper to kind of add a border to that vellum sheet and add a little bit of color. It also helped me flatten the paper a little bit because this one seemed to be folding up a bit. And then what I'm going to do is actually hole punch it using my cinch again so that I can pop that in, because it is an extra page that I'm adding to the book. And the book is already sealed and cinched, so I have to kind of figure out a way to do it, and you guys will see how I'm going to do that in a moment. So I go ahead and take these two. I don't know why I cut that piece of paper. I wanted to add it to the other side, and then once I realized that I cut it way too short, it didn't work. But anyways, there they are punched, and then you see me there thinking like, oh no, I cut way too much. Like, it was supposed to match one end to the other side, but then I just messed it up. So I pull that away to the side and I'll figure it out later. But to pop this in, once your notebook is cinched, you just cut little slits there, kind of like the planner inserts, the Mambi planners, you know how you can still add papers on there. So you just cut little slits and pop it right in, just like that, and it holds. You just have to be gentle with it. But because I did have two pieces of paper, then it really wasn't a big deal. It was sturdy enough. So I messed that one up. So I'm gonna just go ahead and bring in this green one that I have previously brought out. Kind of like those colors, and the green goes well with the green cardstock from that page that I'm working on. And I'm just trying to figure out eyeballing it and cutting a little at a time. I'm not much of a measurer. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, I'm always like, oh, I just kind of eyeballed this, because that's usually what I do. I don't always go out and measure exact measurements. I just keep cutting a little bit at a time. Sometimes, obviously, it goes way too far. But anyways, that is just gonna sit on the left-hand side, add a little bit of color to that paper. And I'm using my double-sided tape to go ahead and stick that on. And then I just go ahead and cut the excess. I wanted the whole thing to be covered. That's why I originally used that same floral pattern paper that I messed up. But this works too. This works just fine. And now I was kind of trying to figure out what I was going to do in that spot. I didn't know if I was going to include photos yet. At the time that I was working on my book here, I was completely out of ink at home. And so I decided that I was just gonna create these pages without photographs. So the next few videos will be including a little bit of photographs because obviously I'm trying to document my fall. I don't just need papers with words, I need pictures. But for this particular video, we're just working with what I had at the moment. But I kind of like it. I like having these little intro pages and, you know, watching how the book evolves. So instead, I'm just going to add a little bit of a cluster of embellishments again. I'm using another, what am I trying to say? Another parchment paper here. This is the, I'm not sure what color it is, but it's more of an off-white. You can see it's got a bit of a yellow hue to it. And I am working on a different project for this month of October. It's going out at the end of the month, but I still had some extra cut out little parchment paper vellum leaves, so I figured it would be perfect to just pop them in right there. I added some bit of twine to my tag, and I'm grabbing my foam adhesive, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that right on right there. And I like how the whole book just kind of goes for those first few pages. I think it matches really well, and I'm excited to have enough of these collections to keep going through as the book progresses. And so here are some close-up, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this process. If you would like to check out the original video where I am sharing how I cinched this book up, I will have it linked down below for you guys. And stay tuned for some more of these videos coming up. It is sort of a mini series where I am sharing all the process of how I fill it up. And then in the end, I will share a flip through of the whole finished book. And I am a very slow worker, so be patient with me. It will pop up as quickly as I can get to it. But anyways, guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's process. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy your fall. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.